All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Those who have managed to join us on time, we want to respect your time. It's 5 p.m., so we start right on time. My name is Kariuki Josephat, for those who are seeing me for your very first time. And I'm glad to be here. My brief history is that before this great opportunity, I was a full-time lecturer in the university teaching computer science. And for the last 10 years, I've been enjoying what I want to share with us. So for those who are joining us for the very first time, we warmly welcome you. And we also appreciate the people who have invited you to have a look at this opportunity. So to help us get started, I will be sharing some slides with us so that you're able to move very fast. So here we are. So the first thing is, why are we here? And the simple answer is we want to see how do we achieve our wildest dreams by touching as many lives as possible, especially this time of the uncertainty. We all understand that the economy is going haywire, and it's good to be part of the solution than being part of the problem. So ladies and gentlemen, this is why we have this meeting. And how do we achieve that? How do we touch many lives? By alleviating the global health on part-time basis. We understand that people are in their full-time jobs, and this doesn't really interfere with what you are doing on full-time basis. So you can do this opportunity on part-time basis. So that is what we are doing. We also recognize that chronic diseases are going up and prices for things are going up every other day, and therefore creating chronic income stress. Anytime you ask somebody what they really want, majority of them will say things that are related to money. Well, we have jobs, but jobs are underpaying. Even those who have good jobs, like the job I had of teaching as a full-time lecturer in the university, we know that we are not paid at the level that we would expect. The cost of living is also going high. Food, electricity, fuel, everything is going up, and people are losing jobs. Even before the corona issue, people are still, losing jobs. It's worsened by the corona period, and we expect that even after corona, really people will still be struggling to get jobs. So the other thing is inflation, among many others, increased cost of education. These are basic things that everybody is looking for. But perhaps it's also good that before we talk of financial health, good we start with our health of the body. And we are blessed to work closely together with the World Health Organization, who recommends that for our health to be perfect, we need to follow this wellness triangle. At the bottom, we have physical activity. We need to be doing a lot of exercises so that we manage our weight. If you have a lot of weight, then you are a strong candidate of chronic diseases. The other thing that World Health Organization recommends that we do is we eat whole grains. Unfortunately, many people prefer the refined food instead of the unrefined grains. So we are advised to take foods that are the unrefined grains. For fruits and vegetables, it's not optional. We need to take 5 to 9 different colored fruits. This our immunity. And then we need to also minimize on the protein intake. We make sure that we are not taking proteins. 20 grams are enough. And then we should do away with fats and sugars, or we take very, very minimal. Now that's how we should do it. But look at how we do it. We reverse it upside down. So that instead of doing it the way it is on the left-hand side, we invert the triangle the gentleman has done. There is no room for physical activity. There are very little whole grains do we eat. You can see the gentleman here is not having any whole grain. Then we don't take fruits and vegetables unless somebody is hospitalized. Rarely do people eat fruit. They say they are expensive, but health is more important than the money they are saving. Now look at the widening, broadening triangle as you go up. Proteins. People eat lots of meat, and that is very dangerous for our joints and overall weight. Then people take lots of fat and sugar, the junk food. So these are the things that make us to have chronic issues. But then World Health Organization had also projected many years ago that if people eat in that reversed way, then people will be dying of chronic diseases. Out of every 4 deaths, 3 will be associated with chronic disease. Heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, chronic respiratory disease, obesity, and many others. But all is not lost. A couple of years ago, approximately 62 years ago, 63 years ago, one gentleman, Jerry Brassfield, led by God, came up with a powerful solution that we are enjoying in more than 56 countries today. He started the company Neolife International. Neolife means new life. So it's my expectation that this marks the start of a new life for all of us. The company was started in 1958 in the US, California. That means it has stood the test of time. Then it came to Africa through South Africa. Because that we have some of the, one of the people who have been there for the longest from South Africa in this forum, and came to Kenya in 1996, came to myself in 2010, and has come to you today. Why has it been there for all these years? The simple answer is we have strong values. We value people. We have the first is absolute honesty and integrity. Everything we tell you is the truth. Then we put people as number 1. Money can come later. Then number 3 is to fill in the dietary gaps that we have identified in the way we eat and the way we should eat. We have products that work. I will show you the kind of scientists who look into these products to make sure that they are perfect for consumption and they really work. And we have equal opportunity for all. This is not opportunity for some class and locking others out. It is an equal opportunity for all. As long as somebody has a big dream to achieve, the dream of perfect health and financial well-being, then they are all welcome. Then it's not a short-term thing, it's a long-range vision. They're looking into an opportunity that will be there many years to come, generations after generations. So that is the kind of an opportunity we are talking about. You can see the scientific advisory board, the guys who do research on the products. We have all the credentials for these guys, and therefore we can rest assured that the products they bring into the market are very, very good for our consumption, especially around this time. So now look at the kind of a solution we are talking about. We need to return the triangle the right side up, the one that we had already inverted. And how do we do that? At the very bottom where we have physical activity and weight management, we still push that responsibility to you, that you need to take the initiative of exercising. But when it comes to whole grains, sometimes you may know that you need to eat whole grains, but you don't find them. Others are, contaminated, using chemicals in the farming. But here we have pure whole grains put together in the bottle, at the bottom there called 3NN. So when you take 3NN, you are feeding yourself with a whole grain. That helps you to fight cancers and these other diseases. Then we have, for the fruits and vegetables, we fill in the gap by taking carotenoid complex. In the next slide, I have deliberately put carotenoid complex because this is sought after the whole world because of boosting immunity around this time. When you take carotenoid complex, it boosts immunity in only 20 days by that 7%. Then we have for proteins, right? Proteins, we have omega-3 salmon fat. This works on your brain memory, brain development for our children, joints to make sure you fight arthritis and other joint-related issues, and clearing the cholesterol in the heart pain so that you don't get cholesterol, heart-related diseases. And then we have one more, which is not indicated in a bottle, but you can see it at the top there, called MOTI. MOTI is minerals and vitamins. The company puts the 4 products, Trienan, carotenoid, Salmon Plus, and MOTI in one sachet, and then they put 30 sachets in one box, and they call that box Provitality. So when you hear of the Neolife, the top product Provitality, is that combination of products, and one box takes you for 30 days. So you feel you have all the energy, and in essence, you are healthy at the peak. Now, for young children and the very elderly who cannot take capsules, as shown up there, we have on the left-hand side Liquivite. So Liquivite has a combination of things like threonine and carotenoids and all the minerals and vitamins that for the young ones. Now, these are not the only products that we have. We have very many other products. But before you go to the other products, you can look at the carotenoid complex and see how we are strategically positioned to touch lives around this time of coronavirus. We have the carotenoid complex there, and we are saying it's clinically proven to boost the immunity of our bodies by that 7% in only 20 days. As a matter of fact, I have witnessed some people who were badly affected by HIV positive. They were HIV positive, but after taking carotenoid complex, you realize that somebody is very, very healthy. So it's a very powerful product. And moving forward, you see we have other products like weight management. This is very important for those who may want to shake off some weight. Neolife tea, Neolife shake. You may take Neolife shake to reduce weight, or you can take it as a natural drink. Like mine here, this is Neolife shake. I'm not taking it to reduce weight, but for normal nutrition. Moving on, we have detergent, home care products. Instead of using chemicals, it is advised that we go natural. And we have one famous one called LDC. LDC is light duty concentrate, and it has all these purposes. You allow me to check on my volume. I hope everyone can hear me. Just to be sure, let me check on. Yeah, it's all right. Okay, sorry for that. Let me go back to sharing now. All right, we move on. I reduced the volume, but I think now it's all right. So you can see, instead of using chemicals, you can use things like LDC, and this is just one of the very many that we have. One LDC does all the listed germs, cleaning your hands when they are very dirty. That means around this time when we are advised to wash our hands thoroughly, and you cannot do without LDC, like the concentrate. It completely removes all the germs and dirt from your hands. You use it for cleaning jewelry like our watches and our rings, and jewelry, washing towels, washing the pets, moving, stubborn stains on our clothes, bathing, and also after shave, cleaning windows, washing our fruits and vegetables, brushing teeth. It has so many things that you can do with it. And that's just a representation of very many others. And to fine-tune our hormones and make sure that we don't get the hormonal-related cancers, they say prevention is better than cure. Then we have for ladies, feminine herbal. This helps you to fight breast cancer, cervical cancer, and the like to prevent. And then we have masculine herbal-for-life men, so that we don't have prostate issues as we get to some other ages. And then we also have skincare. Ladies, I know this is very good for you, but also for us gentlemen, on your skin, the natural stuff. We know that skin is our largest organ, and we should not put chemicals on it. So let's go natural. Now, we are an agricultural country here in Kenya, and those who are listening from other countries, I believe it's the same thing. And we need to use, natural area instead of farming our foods with chemicals. So Soup and Grow is one of the top areas in the world. It multiplies the yield of your crops by 3 times. The University of Nairobi talks of 167%. It also makes water to penetrate down to the roots. Therefore, the crop is able to absorb minerals from there. Your crops remain green even when it is dry season. So very important for us to use. So I don't want to continue with the product. And see, when we talk of health, we are practically using real things to make sure that our health is perfect. And when you are healthy, then you can think of money. So the next session now is about how do we make extra income? How do we change our lifestyle? I remember 10 years ago when I was starting, I thought I was doing very well by virtue of being a lecturer in the university, only to be challenged that I was still living very small. I partnered with this opportunity and it changed everything in my finances and lifestyle. So it's my privilege to share with us how that comes. We all have dreams. We have dreams to earn extra income and get financial freedom. We have dreams to drive the best machines. We have dreams of traveling around the world after Corona. And we have dreams of living in a luxurious home. Now, in our job setups, we may not be able to achieve these big dreams. And therefore, I usually tell my friends that this is an opportunity for those who have got big dreams. How do we achieve these dreams? Check on how you make your income. Now, the opportunity we are talking about lies, on the right-hand side, beyond employment. The left-hand side is very limited. We have employees. That is where majority of us are likely to be right now, where you are employed. So you only make your money by working hard every month. And every month you need to work so that you can be paid. This is where people survive on, hand to mouth. That's very dangerous to live that kind of a life. And the others who are self-employed, they start small businesses. Unfortunately, they're also very limited. They're not able to get financial freedom. But I'm interested with the right-hand side, where we have BB. This is big business builder. People who may start small, yes, but the potential of getting to the top levels of earning is very high. And these are the same people who become investors. That is the I. So if you think about the majority of the population, they are on the left-hand side. 95% of Kenyans are on the left-hand side. But on the right-hand side, we have 5%. 10 years ago, my desire was to go to the right-hand side. Now, Neolife becomes a sure vehicle. A sure vehicle to help you to cross over from the left-hand side to the right-hand side on part-time basis if you continue doing what you have been doing. So, how does it work? You partner with Neolife. They don't employ you because if you're an employee, again, you live a limited life. So they give you the chance to partner with them and you start your own business at very low startup fees. Out there, starting businesses requires huge. Here, you only need a little income, and you are also able to become your own boss. This is not a scheme. So you won't achieve your dreams and be your own boss, you won't achieve your first few days, but we promise you in 5 years you'll be able to achieve your life. We promise you in 5 years you'll be able to achieve that. You also inherit that your life has already done. So you don't have to start from scratch on everything. You just inherit what they have already done, and then you also get free mentorship and support to grow your business. Now, it is your own business, but you don't do it alone. We promise you that from our side, and the person who brought you on board will closely mentor you and guide you. It's your own business, but you don't do it alone. So look at the model now. It's a simple model. You partner with the company by paying as little as 8,320 Kenya shillings, and then that money comes back to you in form of a couple of things. The first one is the New Life Kit. This kit has got an international license. We are operating in 56 countries. So you can do the business in very many countries using that license. Then you get richer materials, and the company will deliver them to you free of charge. Then you also get the profitability we talked about with the 4 different products for a whole month. And somebody will ask, then how are payments done? The company measures the products that you are buying using points. So every product has got points. And the company also gives you your own website. This is amazing around this time when we are operating from our homes. Sincerely speaking, when businesses are going up, ours is going up because we are able to work from our house. So that is it. So the delivery is free. They deliver everything to your home. Now, you may want to start on a higher footing. Instead of getting only one profitability, you have the chance to add 2 more profitabilities for your partner, and maybe for a friend. You can share the profitability with that friend. But also in terms of business implications, this takes you to a higher level. It takes you to a higher level. You pay 18,440 for everything, including the 3 boxes of profitability. But then in terms of business, you can see this is 3 times higher. You have 108 points. Now, at this point, the company recognizes you. We love recognizing people. Recognition is everything. And they call you a qualified distributor. There is a pin that you've been given, not exactly like mine, but something close to this. And then you have now returned your triangle the right side up. Then we can talk of now what is your work, the business, because you won't be paid by just sitting down. We are saying we are working, only that we work smart instead of working hard. So what is your work? Nothing changes from the way we have been working. We've been buying products from the supermarkets. Now you buy from your own shop because you have partnered with the company. So you buy the products for your own use. And of course, you get points for every product that you buy. And the second thing that you do is you share the product. We cannot afford to know about these products and we just, limit to our own consumption. We need to touch the whole world. We are in 56 countries, but that is not to say that we have touched everybody in those countries. So we need to share the products with as many friends as possible. Around this time is very critical. And that also gives you some points and some profit. But don't be driven by profit. Be driven by touching people's lives. They say if you help other people to achieve what they want in life, then you'll achieve everything that you want in your life. So the number 3 thing, and this to me is the major thing, is where you share the opportunity with as many people as possible. Opportunity to make extra income, opportunity to be financially free. This is where we invite our guests. Like I can see we timers. The person who invited you to this meeting is simply sharing the opportunity with you. And the last thing, which is very important, is you need to train. We offer free trainings through Zoom around this time. Like every Tuesday, 5 p.m., we have trainings for members. So when you join us, we are not going to leave you just like that. We hold your hand. We help you to learn the very basics and climb up, and you become an expert. So now this is the kind of a model that you'll be using to build your network. Remember, the bigger your network, the greater success that you get. Now, this is you. You started alone. Maybe you paid 18,440, and then you introduced 4 new friends. Now, when you introduce 4 friends, they are also called distributors, but you get to another level of recognition called manager. As a manager, you start earning something small. You don't start, you start small going up. So you start with 2,500. I remember 10 years ago, I started with a check of 2,002 Kenya shillings. And today it has kept growing and growing and growing. Now, when you help the 4 distributors to become managers, you get the next level of senior manager, where you earn something in the tune of 5,000 plus minus. And then when you help the 4 senior managers to become directors, to become the managers to become senior managers, you are called a director. So the dream of everybody who starts is to become a director in 2 to 6 months. And this is something that will be able to help you, mentor you, to lead you into achieving. So a director earns 90,000 plus Kenya shillings every month. Remember, it's on part-time basis. And I'm delighted that in the forum, in this meeting, we have very many directors with us. To interact with them as we move on. So in a nutshell, this is the kind of a path that you follow. This is the journey ahead of us. And everybody is capable of climbing up. We've gone up to director, but if you help one person to become a director like you, then you are called a software director. You are earning 100,000 plus. When I started, that is what I really wanted, so that I'm getting on part-time basis an extra 100,000, which happens to me first one of being in the opportunity. Then when you have helped 3 people to become directors, then you are called a rookie director, earning 200,000 plus. When you have 6 directors, then you are called a president team member, earning 500,000 per month. What a dream come true for us. Myself and my wife, we are all 10 years ago, and in 2 years and a couple of months, we were able to go up to president team member. And we strongly believe that this is possible for everyone. Not for chosen few, it's for the few who choose that they want this kind of life. A matter of fact, 10 years down the line, we are no longer doing our jobs that we were doing. My wife is a TSC teacher, she stopped. Myself as a lecturer in the university, I retired young, and we are excited to have financial freedom, and it can happen to any one of us. Besides money and the health, then you can also be able to enjoy lots of recognition. You can see the founder, they are giving us recognition. This is awaiting each one of us. You know, lots of recognition. That was in 2013 in Dubai. Went back to Dubai 2014, more recognition, and then you start enjoying lifestyle and traveling. Before I invite our guest speaker from South Africa, let me just show you the type of lifestyle that awaits us. As you move up, you start, being treated in hotels like we can go to Country Club here in Kenya, going to South Africa, Santon Sun Hotel, traveling, because that one we were in Zambia in 2012, so it's a reality. You can see us in 2013 with the founder Jerry Brasfield in Dubai, Grand Hyatt. You see climbing the top of the tallest building in the world, Burj Khalifa, with the founder Jerry Brasfield and the CEO Kedra. Obai in 2016 in South Africa. All these are in the team that you are joining. We are called Superstars team, a team that cares for everyone. You can see we were in Cape Town in 2017. Then we went to Abu Dhabi. Shortly after that, we went to, that's still in Abu Dhabi, Emirates Palace. Then we went in 2018 Mauritius. You can see young and old, excited to help some people, and they qualified to travel with us. And that is what will happen. All these are president team members in Mexico. And when you see so many people becoming president team members, then it assures you that you also can become one. We were celebrating 60 years. You can see myself and Piers and the rest of the presidents there. And then last year, 2019, we went back to Abu Dhabi, and traveling continues. If Corona never came, we would be going to Czech Republic next month. Now it's not cancelled. It's only going to be pushed forward. And that gives you a chance to also qualify and be with us. Then after that, we'll be flying to US, Miami Beach. Those who love lifestyle, this is where you rightfully belong. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the kind of an opportunity we invited you to have a look at. And I have been in the opportunity for only 10 years, 10 years only. I have just started, but I'm excited to bring to us a gentleman who loves this team so much. We've been great friends, interacting with him in different countries, and it's my privilege to introduce to us Mr. Mike Bonaventure. Mike, can you hear me?
Yes, asante sana Josat.
Most welcome.
Habari marafiki wangu.
Wazima kabisa, mzuri.
Asante kwa kuniruhusu kushiriki nawe. I love sharing the business with people. I've been coming to Kenya, and Uganda, and Tanzania from 1996. So whenever I come there, it's like my second home. I was fortunate to.
Sorry for that, Mike. Mike, unmute yourself. Sorry, I clicked by mistake.
Okay, sorry, I see I was muted. I was just suggesting that people switch off their video. It will make the sound better. Yes, I was just saying that Kenya and Uganda is like my second home. And I love coming to meet people. It is always so nice to be able to share with you. Somebody's got a radio on.
Mike, let me mute everyone first, and then you continue. Then you unmute
Okay.
yourself. Mike, just a minute. I unmute you, please.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Good. I believe it's raining in Nairobi. In Cape Town, we have a summer's day. It's like 32. I was out in the garden this morning, and it was actually like summer. But anyway, yes, I was just saying it to me, Kenya, Uganda, East Africa is like my second home. I've been coming there so many times over the years. And it's wonderful working with you people. and especially also Josvat with you and P. Rose and your team. I really have so much respect for you. And I trust you and everybody who's in your team. I want you to know you're in good hands with Josvat and P. Rose. And I want to encourage you to keep doing the good work, because what we are doing is really making a difference in people's lives. And that is what I love about the business. We started in 1983. I was in full-time church ministry. In my thinking, I was never going to do anything else. But what happened is the reality of finances caught up with me, because after being in ministry for about 13 years, I was earning at the top of my salary scale, and I just found it wasn't enough. At that stage, we had our 4 children. They were still small, and my salary just wasn't enough. And then out of the blue, somebody contacted me one day and came and showed me this opportunity. I didn't understand what he was showing me. I don't think he understood too much because he was very new himself. That Saturday, we traveled 200 kilometers in the opposite direction to get more information. And we decided to start just because we saw there was no risk. I never thought this would become my career. It eventually did, because I realized that here was an opportunity where I could serve people on a very much wider basis than just in the church. I'm still involved in the church, very much so. But for the last about 36 years, my only source of income has been this business. And it's been very, very good to us. You spoke about travel, Josvat. Just to East Africa, I've been there probably more than 60 times. Outside of Africa, 50, 60 times. I've lost count. Now, for somebody who was broke in 1983, to be able to do that required much more than just what I was doing. The other thing that I really love about this business, I'll be turning 73 later on this year. And in the beginning of the year, I went to one of the heart specialists here in Cape Town just for a checkup. And I remember the sister that assisted him was so surprised that I'm using no chronic medication. Now, for elderly people, now I don't count myself as elderly, it's just that I'm over 70. To be so healthy and not be on chronic medication and have energy and be able to live, that just attests to what these products do for us. And every day when I take my vitamins and my shake, I thank God for allowing us to have this, because your health is your greatest wealth. If you lose that, you lose so much in life. And this business has given us that. It's, of course, given us the money. And, I want to refer to the coronavirus. A lot of people are worried about what is happening, and we should, to some extent. We should be careful. It is a world crisis. But you know what? Last month was our best month ever for a very, very long time. Why? Because people are now suddenly realizing that they do need our products, to the extent that we had a hard time to keep up supplying the products. And what is happening here in South Africa, and I'm sure you'll find that happening in Kenya as well, with the lockdown, a lot of small businesses just can't function. So they don't have an income, yet they've got to pay rent, they've got to pay their staff, or not pay their staff. So the thinking is that a lot of small businesses are just going to have to close down by the end of the lockdown. Now, we are so fortunate that we all have our own business, but we don't have the overheads. You are working from home, I'm working from home. We don't have staff. Neolife has the staff, they work for us, but we don't pay them. So our overheads are limited. But then out of every bad situation, there's always the opportunity of good. And from our point of view, we will find more people will now be interested in our products than have been before. And also more people will now be interested in the business opportunity than before. Because what you find is when people are comfortable, they're in a job, they are sort of making it, well, why should I do anything extra? But then suddenly, as you indicated earlier on, the job maybe doesn't pay what it should pay, or maybe it stops paying, or you lose your job. So many people now will be more aware of doing something like what we are doing. So we must use the opportunity and do it in the right way. Do it in a caring way. Reach out to people for what we can do for them. Forget about what they will do for you, the profit you can make, the bonuses you can earn from them. It is a question of sowing and then reaping. First serve, and then you will be rewarded. So it is very important to look at people not for what they can do for you, but to look at them for what we can do to help them. Now, not everybody will want to be helped by us. I can't understand why not, but that happens. When that happens, don't worry. There's so many other people. You know, if you think in Kenya, probably about 500,000 young people have come onto the job market just this year, leaving school, leaving university. Every year, we've got this vast lot of new people who are in the market for a job or making money or having a business. And after my 37 years in this business, I really believe we have the best opportunity. There's no company like Neolife. Many have come to East Africa, like in South Africa, but very few of them ever last. And those who last never really are able to compete with us because they simply haven't got the products we have or the quality of products as we have. They haven't got the infrastructure. They haven't got the footprint in Africa that Neolife has. And having said that, that means that our business can spread far and wide. When we started, I never thought that my business would go outside of South Africa, never. But today I have business in many African countries, even overseas, outside of Africa. And the beauty of that is that you earn from many, many different countries, from many different sources, which gives you a financial security that you can never have if you have your own small business, and especially not if you're working for somebody else. So I just want to encourage the guests to really consider seriously what you've seen this afternoon. I know you probably won't understand everything that you've seen. That doesn't matter. I certainly didn't understand everything. But we joined simply because we saw there was no risk. The little we had to put forward to start in the business was, I could even afford that with a bank loan, of course, because I didn't have the money. But it was so little that the bank was even willing to loan me that money. And then the fortunate thing, just after we started, that it was in May of 1983, the company had a big convention in Durban, which is about 1,500 kilometers from where we lived. And my sponsor pushed me to come to this convention. I said, I can't, I haven't got the money, 2 nights in a hotel. Yet I borrowed the money for that as well. And I'm so glad I did, because there I saw something that is the reason why I'm still around. And if I may say so, Josvat, why you and P. Rose and everybody else is around, because if I weren't, you wouldn't be. I saw there in 1983 in South Africa, in apartheid, all races mixed in a big group of 4,000 or 5,000 people. I saw a feeling of friendship and love. And I thought, well, a business, you talk about, you sense that. And more importantly, I saw we come from the Eastern Cape, and that's a very poor part of the country. I saw people from the Eastern Cape earning money that no white person I knew was earning that kind of money. And I suddenly realized, but this business is far more and far bigger than I thought. So my message to the new people is, don't judge just by the little you've seen today. Look at it more deeply, get more information, and above all, get involved, because once you're involved, you'll start seeing the bigger picture. And this can be a life-changing opportunity for you. And through you, who knows how many other lives you could touch and change. So congratulations on what you guys are doing up there. Keep up the good work, and I keep you in my thoughts. I pray for you so often, and I know the best is still yet to come. So thank you, and God bless.
Thank you very much, Mike, and thank you for your time. We really value that. And I believe those who are listening for the very first time will soon be meeting with you when they are already successful. So thank you very much, Mike.
Yes, if they come to the Africa Convention in Dar es Salaam in September, if we can have it then, I look forward to meeting you there, because God willing, I'll be there.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mike, and stay safe. Now for the rest of us,
thank you.
For the rest of us, we've come to the end of our session. Now to get started, the best thing you can do is make sure after this, you reach out to the person who invited you here. They will give you the pay bill number. You don't have to pay cash. You just pay directly to the company. And they will also share with you their websites so that you can register yourself through their websites. Otherwise, we strongly appreciate each one of you. We also look forward to meeting you again as members, those who are not members yet, on Tuesday at 5 p.m. for our members training, distributor training. Otherwise, thank you very much. May God bless you. Thank you for sparing your time. I know you were busy, but you've considered it important to join us this evening. I can tell you on my own behalf and on behalf of the people who invited you here, it will never be in vain. God bless you. Stay safe. See you next time. Thank you very much, everyone.
Danke.